Right now in Russia, a predatory shadow economy is turning human lives into a high-stakes business. From the street of St. Petersburg to front lines of the conflict, all the way, people are being hunted not for their ideals, but for their bank accounts. I am Blondie Way. In this video, we are exposing how organized rackets in Russia are using dating apps as digital traps, how a police captain exported over 500,000 rubles from a citizen, and the tragic story of a 21-year-old accountant whose life was the price of this system's silence. We are going to show you how this extortion blueprint operates across the country all the way to top of the Russian military structure. This is a story about a system that profits from fear. If you believe in exposing the truth, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel right now. You need to see how the system of exploitation actually works inside Russia today. This predatory behavior does not just stay in the borderlands, it acts like a virus, infecting major cities in Russia and creating a blueprint for extortion across the entire country. Let me talk about how marginalized communities, specifically LGBTQ individuals in Russia, have become a highly lucrative target for organized rackets. The scheme is brutally simple and effective. Exploiters use dating apps like Hornet or Telegram bots to set up what appears to be a normal meeting, normal date. But when the person arrives at the location in Russia City, they are not met by a date. Instead, they face a group of aggressive individuals. What follows is severe mistreatment, robbery, and intense psychological pressure. The attackers take away phone, demand bank transfers, or even force the person to apply for online microloans right on the spot. Some of these exploiters have become ideological excuses. They claim that they're protecting traditional values or hunting people they deem inappropriate for Russian society. But the reality is almost of a purely economic. For example, one exploiter admitted in court that he set up these traps simply because he had lost all his money in casinos and sports betting. He needed to pay off his debts and specifically target his vulnerable group, LGBTQ, because he calculated they would be too terrified to report the incident to the authorities in Russia. In some cases, this high-stake gamble ends in absolute tragedy. Consider the story of Vlad, a 21-year-old accountant from St. Petersburg. He arranged to meet someone online late one evening. At 2 in the morning, he called his friends and colleagues, begging to borrow 15,000 rubles. Shortly after, he tragically lost his life under highly suspicious circumstances. Despite the obvious signs of a setup, Russian investigators dragged their feet. They blamed the young man, suggested he was just looking for extreme sports, and completely refused to open a formal investigation. But the most chilling part of this entire shadow economy is who is actually running it. Sometimes the predators are exact same people who are supposed to protect the public. In the city of Nalchik, a Russian police captain discovered that an applicant was a member of the LGBT community. Instead of fulfilling his duties, the officer threatened the man with extortion charges and extorted over 500,000 rubles from him. In Tomsk, a narcotics control officer created a fake profile on a dating app, collected sensitive personal photo of a local man, and then demanded 30,000 rubles to keep quiet. The system in Russia knows exactly what it is doing. It relies entirely on fear and silence to keep the profit margins high. Over the last 5 years, Russian courts have issued only 52 verdicts related to this specific setup. This is just a tiny fraction of the actual incidents happening every single day. Advocates note the reporting rates have plummeted because people in Russia know the system will not protect them. Recently, only 12% of those who face this mistreatment even bothered to contact the authorities. And even when they do find the courage to speak up, the Russian departments reject the applications and refuse to help nearly half the time. When the Russian state openly demonstrates a certain group of people like LGBTQ have no rights, it sends a clear signal to the exploiters. It creates a completely risk-free environment for making money off human suffering. But this system of exploitation does not stop at civilian level. It reaches its absolute peak right at the front line when even Russian soldiers themselves become victims of their own leadership. What we are seeing across Russia is the total collapse of social contract. When the state decides that a certain group of people simply have no rights, it doesn't just create a vacuum, it creates a marketplace for cruelty. When a narcotic officer in Tomsk or a police captain in Nalchik become the predator, there is nothing left to talk. This environment in Russia has become a risk-free zone for extortionists, where the only thing more profitable than the law is the silence of its victims. Whether it's a young man in a city or a soldier at the front, the message from authorities is clear. You are on your own. The question is, how much longer can a society function when its own protectors are the only ones holding the ransom note? Write your opinion down below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you in my next videos!